Cheers. I don't really consider myself to be a complicated person, but I know what I want in life, and in this case, I know what I want in a truck. That said, I may have just embarked on the most complicated route ever in order to get it. Sure, I could just head down to the lot and whip home in the latest and greatest warranty wagon, but there's just something about letting your mind's eye cook up something special and rolling up your sleeves until it comes to fruition. Maybe. We'll just have to wait and see. Hey, I'm Mark, and welcome to the channel. As you may have guessed by now, this is a build series dedicated to documenting the progression, or regression, of this 2009 Nissan Frontier of mine. So if Frontiers, Xteras, Titans, Pathfinders are of interest to you, you may want to subscribe. Last episode, I pulled the automatic transmission and the engine out, which was means for celebration. Next stop, manual swap. Before we move on, let's talk about something else for a second. Wheels. So a very acute observation from a viewer a few episodes back pointed out I no longer have these chrome wheels that look like a chandelier from a 2-star hotel. These things were definitely not my favorite attribute of this truck. And because the order in which I do things makes no sense ever, I decided to buy a different set of wheels. Even though wheels and tires are probably one of the last steps I should be worried about, the easiest way to dramatically change the appearance of any automobile instantly is to change, you guessed it, the wheels and tires. These black Rhino Arsenals are super cool in my opinion. The modern matte black take on a classic style heavy-duty truck wheel, which seems to pay homage to a vintage, almost military-esque wheel, just really captured my attention. I really wanted them. I wasn't sure for which truck, but now I've got a destination in mind. That high that came with a successful engine pull was quickly hit with the grim reality of the work that was to follow. Firstly, this frame, specifically where the engine mounted to, had seen better days, and the old engine was leaking oil for years, so all that dirty sludge had to be removed first. This sway bar was in the way, and I most likely won't be wanting it in the long run anyway, so off it comes. It was getting kind of late in the day, and before long, my bed was calling. The glorious brisk morning inserted some motivation to deal with this lackluster frame cleaning job. I'd really love to get this section of frame cleaned up and painted before moving on to more exciting parts of the project. I mean, cleaning stuff isn't all bad. If nothing else, at least it's a little satisfying. My compressor and this enclosure I built last winter comes in handy for just such occasions. I want to get a few more things out of the way to make cleaning the surface a little bit easier. I always seem to envision myself getting further along than I actually do at the end of any given day. It's probably because I get a little OCD about certain things. With the frame mostly degreased, it was time to clean off some of the loose rust. I decided to be playing around with a product called POR15. It's known to be a little finicky, but I've had pretty solid success with it in the past, pending the instructions are followed properly. It's a 3-part process, starting with a cleaning agent, then a metal etching agent, soaked for 10 minutes, then finally, the application itself. First up, the cleaning agent, even though I just spent like 3 hours cleaning the frame, but whatever. Next up, the metal etcher. It's important to give the surface a good soak and keep it wet for at least 10 minutes for it to really take effect. This stuff is pretty amazing, and I think this step is really the key to good adhesion in the long run. It really couldn't be more important. Then just wash it off with some water and make way for the paint. This stuff will take weeks to get off your hands, so wear gloves. Don't ask me how I know this. One coat is usually enough, but you can apply a second coat once it's gotten a little tacky. Once it's dry though, it's like glass, and a second coat will not adhere properly. The following day, it's looking pretty nice. The front crossmember was in really good shape due to that juicy oil leak, so I didn't even bother painting it. Overall, I'm pretty happy so far. Now it's time to clean up some hardware and start to put some stuff back together. That is until Junior wants to show me his new whip from Santa Claus. It's got some really sweet features, including one that really caught my attention.
You put a GoPro right there.
A GoPro. A GoPro. A GoPro. A GoPro. We hit the pause button to go check out this little big rig in action.
I don't see it. Ready? I don't see it.
Well, hello there. Welcome back to the garage. We are very excited to be back. We, as in myself, because there's no one else here. It's been over 24 hours since the paint has set or was applied. I guess it would make it set now. Anyway, I'm very happy with POR15. I would definitely recommend it. I know I wouldn't call it a controversial product, but it seems like either you love it or you hate it out there in the world of the internet. In my personal experience, it served me well. Pending, of course, you follow the manufacturer's instructions, namely with the 3-part process with the cleaning and the metal prep, applying it. And it served me pretty good. So I'm pretty impressed with how it's looking so far in the engine bay, and I am definitely considering using it for the rest of the frame once we get to that point. In here, we are just kind of cleaning up the transmission a little bit because it's pretty grimy and nasty. Looking forward to the next episode here. Where are we? We're already gonna be coming on episode 6. We maybe will be having this in by then. If not, we will be laying the groundwork because we've got to still install the clutch, master cylinder, the lines, the clutch pedal, which I slowly have been working on, and it's not a good time. So that's mostly what episode 6 will consist of when that is out in probably a couple of weeks. Just want to say again, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.